I'm downtown Kingsport, Tennessee, right here at the Kingsport Public Library, right here on Broad Street. And right over here, it's the gazebo. And this is Glen Bruce Park. But over the last month, I've noticed homeless people have taken this park back over. And don't get me wrong, I support homeless people. They've got to have food and shelter. I understand that. But you know, that's why there's laws, is because you don't want homeless people hanging out here. And right now in this gazebo, I'm telling you, they're down there laying down. There's like 6 people inside that gazebo, homeless people. Right now. And it don't matter if you come down here at night, they're in there. And in the daytime, they're all over the place, just, you know. And if you walk through here, they're panhandling, trying to ask everybody for money. I might get a job. Because I went one day just to do an experiment and just see if I could get a job. And people I had 10 places wanting to put me to work. Manager at McDonald's, manager at Burger King, a manager at an electrical company. So these people just don't want to work. They hang out here all day and night and they panhandle. And then they go over the Shades of Grace, get free food, and go to the Salvation Army right up the street, which is right off Dale Street, Salvation Army. Go up there and get fed. So I mean, they got it made. They got food. And they can go up the Salvation Army. I think even take showers, which is right up here past Church Circle. You go up here to Dale Street, where the Salvation Army is. So they hang out here now day and night. They're laying down because I think they seen me out here. But I support homeless people, but I don't support them just trying to set up encampment in a park somewhere. Because, you know, I wanted to get out with my daughter, ride a May and walk around, but I don't trust being around them people. Most of them's on drugs. See? Hey, Riley. She's down here with me. And I'm not going to get my daughter and walk through this park knowing that you got homeless people in there and half of them's on drugs. And they harass you the whole time you walk through the park. So they need to find somewhere else to go. I understand why in the city, they ran them out of here about 4, 5, 6 months ago. Now they're back here hanging around. So if they pop up, I'll take a video. Anyway, they're laying down, and if you look right over the sprinklers on the right side of the gazebo, you can actually see somebody's feet in there. They're laying down trying to be, you know, not seen. But if they see cars pull away, then they start walking all over the park, harassing people for money. All right, I support them, but you know, there's reason there's city ordinances. If not, they would take this park completely over and set up the homeless camp. And I support homelessness, but I don't support them hanging out at the parks. Like I said, there's about 6 people in that gazebo, at least, homeless. Half of them on drugs. You can talk to them. They start talking about crazy stuff. All right, well, and I'm not being negative, but you know, it is what it is. You know, they shouldn't be allowed to hang out at the park. They were finding them about 6 months ago, so another night they were hanging out here. Cops just riding by, not doing anything about it. See now, see that guy standing up in the gazebo right there. I just made a complaint. There goes one of the homeless guys. He's leaving. There's like 6 homeless people in there, 5 or 6, give or take. You can see if I zoom back in the gazebo, you see that man's feet hanging out right there. There's him and at least 3 or 4 more people in there. And I made a police report, called dispatch. And I guarantee you 50% of the time they don't even show up. So I'm gonna hang around here 15, 20 minutes. And I'd be willing to bet you nobody never shows up. Same people's been here day in and day out for a week. You can see that guy's feet right there, harassing people for money and cigarettes or whatever. You can't even walk your kids through the park anymore. They've taken it back over the last month. It's really been bad over the last month. You know, I support homeless people, but I don't support them harassing pedestrians or innocent citizens for money when they can go get a job. Most of them got better clothes on than a lot of regular pedestrians. So they can work, they just don't want to. They hang out here, panhandle day and night. It's been the same people for a month. I call Central Dispatch, and I guarantee you no officers will show up. 50% of the time, they never do. So what good is to have a city ordinance or city laws if you do not enforce them? Yeah, right there goes one of the homeless people. Right there, walking down the sidewalk. See him? He seen me sitting in the car and he turned around. Walking right down the sidewalk. I think some more are showing up, homeless people. They're making it a homeless camp now. Everything but the tents. They don't need tents, they just sleep in a gazebo day and night. There's another homeless person. There's about 6 or 7 down here right now. Another homeless person. See him in the gazebo? There goes one of the homeless men walking off. I just talked to him. Got one of the homeless men leaning over the gazebo right now, spitting in the, not the gazebo, where the water fountain is, spitting into the water fountain. Sitting there hanging his head over the water fountain. So that's at least 8 homeless people I've seen in the last hour hanging out down here. This is about 30 minutes later. I called the police. About at least six people, homeless people down here hanging out. There's been at least 8 here. It's the same people day and night. You can come there at night and they're even sleeping in this gazebo. And they started writing tickets, I think, a year ago, running the homeless people off. Now they're right back down here hanging out, harassing pedestrians, harassing innocent citizens, you know. And I'm all for homeless people, but hey, they don't need to be hanging out at the park harassing kids and their parents while they're trying to walk their children through the park on a nice sunny day. Here goes another homeless person. This is about number 10 right here. This girl with a backpack and purse. So that's about 10th or 12th homeless person that's down here right now. See there? Okay, my friends, it's been 35 minutes later. How you doing? It's been 35 minutes later. And I called Central Dispatch complaining about the homeless people. There's at least 12 people down here right now. That's part of the problem. Law enforcement not enforcing the city ordinances, and also the city laws. State laws. It's illegal now to hang out in the park if you're homeless. Tennessee passed the law. Anyway, I support homeless people, don't get me wrong. I love everybody. But when they're trying to set up encampment in your city park, I'm not down with it. You know, I know this probably rubs some people the wrong way. I really don't care. I speak the truth. I'm direct. I love everybody, but hey, I'm direct. They've got no business trying to set up city homeless encampment in the park. The same people have been here for at least a month. 10 to 12 people hanging out day and night. Okay, the cop just showed up. It's 40 minutes later, so they did show up. As you can see right here, there goes the cop. I'm not going to keep recording, but they did show up. So I'm proud of that. Thanks, police department. Kingsport City Police Department. They did show up. Here's the cop car right there. So I'm out of here. Me and Riley May is going to ride around, probably go to Walmart. Give me a double thumbs up, share my videos, help me to grow right here on the Big O Show. I will see you all on down the road. Big O's out.